Hello, my name is Annie Terra. I currently serve as the chair of the Nathaniel Davis Fund Committee of the town of Brunswick. Nathaniel Davis was a leading citizen in Brunswick in the 19th century, and he died in 1886. His son Samuel died later in 1922 and left $5,000 in his will in the name of his father, and the town was he left it to the town, and the town was to use it for the pleasure of the inhabitants of Brunswick. Now, 90 years later, we're up to $20,000 a year that we have available to fund projects that will indeed give pleasure to the town, citizens of the town of Brunswick. This year, we had 11 proposals that met that criteria. We recommended all of them to the council for approval, and the council, in fact, did approve all 11 of them. Some of them will be familiar to you. Some of them may be new to you. We hope that you will take the opportunity to enjoy one or more of these projects throughout the year. Arts at Elementary is an artist-in-residence program. The project funds an artist-in-residence for each class, pre-K through 5th grade in Brunswick schools. This year, and for 2 years before this, we have recommended funding for the Art Elementary program to bring Barry Dana, the former chief of the Penobscot Nation and artist, to visit with 5th graders, as well as making a public presentation to the general public at the library during his time here. This will happen in the spring semester of 2024. We also recommended funding the Memorial Day Parade. The Memorial Day Committee is a project of both Topsom and Brunswick, and the parade entertains about 2,000 people each year as they watch the parade process from Topsom through Brunswick to the gazebo on the mall. People Plus is a membership organization. It has 1,500 members. It was originally 55 plus, meaning it served primarily elders in the community. It has now changed its name to People Plus and welcomes all members of all ages. Our support goes for enrichment activities, activities that allow members to go to movies or eating events, or specifically the town picnic that People Plus presents in September at Thomas Point Beach. The reason People Plus is called the Teen Center, People Plus now, is because 18 years ago, they also incorporated the Brunswick Area Teen Center. The Teen Center provides enrichment activities for young teens, usually between 12 and 16 years of age, in a safe environment after school and in the summer. They get to do things they might never have been able to do before, like going out to eat in a sit-down restaurant and ordering from a menu. For 18 years, People Plus has supported youth in this way and continues to do so now. Growing to Give is a project that you might not have heard so much about. It's part of a network of farming providers. They grow nutritious food for people with food insecurity. The people who receive this food receive it at no cost to them. In addition to receiving food, Growing to Give provides an opportunity for people to learn more about how food is grown, how it's processed, and how it can be used in different ways at their meals. They also have gleaning support, and they also want people to come to the farm, including young people, to learn more about how food is actually produced. Once a year, they have a farmyard jam in which they celebrate food and fun by bringing musicians to their farm and having people spend an afternoon enjoying both farm food and farm music. The Theater Project is a project here in Brunswick that produces entertainment throughout the year with young people and adults. This year, they are producing a new musical comedy. It's called Squeeze Me. It's written locally and will have a local cast. They're hoping for a full house at each performance from July 6th through the 23rd. That'll be nearly 1,000 people receiving or coming to enjoy the programming. And the director of the project promises that will be something that we have never seen before. So she and I encourage you to get your tickets early. The Midcoast Symphony Orchestra produces concerts actually in Topsom, but Brunswick people spend a lot of time going to these concerts during the winter months. At the January concert, they start by offering a program called Meet the Instruments. It gives people, mostly children, but now some adults, an opportunity not only to see live instruments, but also to try and learn to play them, to make music out of the sounds that come out of winds and stringed instruments. And they learn really what makes an orchestra sound like an orchestra and all the effort that goes into it. The Pechepska History Center has a collection of historical documents that's massive and that has not been easily accessed by the public. To take care of that problem, they have moved to improve the online access of the database. Most of the people who use the new database use it for researching family, perhaps their house or their neighborhood, to find out more information about the things that are important to them. A new project that was funded this year is from the Maine Fishermen's Association. It's called Scuttlebutt. It's a brochure that talks about what it is to be in a working waterfront community. And its objective is to bring people who are engaged in working waterfront activities together with people who are not, so that they better understand each other's contributions to the community, as well as the concerns that each might have about the other. They did a similar brochure for Harpswell a couple of years ago, and it's been well received down there, so they have asked us to help support a similar version for the town of Brunswick. The holiday tree lighting is an annual event that is produced by the Brunswick Downtown Association. This year it will be on November 25th. It will be on the mall, as it always is. There will be food, wagon rides, maybe Santa. They expect about 2,000 people to attend the holiday lighting tree, and it kicks off the holiday season here in Brunswick. And finally, Longfellow Days. Longfellow Days is 20 years old this year. It's a project that's really pretty much run by 6 people. They do a month-long series of events. Last year there were 15 of them, starting at the beginning of February and ending with Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's birthday party at the end of the month. During the rest of the month, the events include things like poetry readings, a lot of them, including ones every Sunday afternoon at the library, historic sites tours, film, and other cultural events, and the birthday party at the end of the month, of course, with cake. So in conclusion, for 90 years, Brunswick has benefited from the benefactor of the Nathaniel Davis Fund, Samuel Davis. And his vision of a place where people can enjoy living in Brunswick even more has been realized through their efforts. Thank you. Okay, that wasn't so good. Anyway, I think I can do it. I could do it better, but I don't think you need to stay. You're welcome to stay.